Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing start of the week. Today, we're gonna have a look at the 1+1 free legendary champions from Ancient Shards. Now, as usual, whenever I'm getting close to Mercy during a 2x, I stop. I don't wanna pull more shards, even though I know I'm gonna get a legendary. I stop it because you know what? It's gonna be a waste. If I'm gonna hit on a 2x the Mercy near 200 shards just to get one legendary, it's pointless. So I'm always trying to snipe these events whenever I'm getting close to the Mercy, and that's what happened again. Seems like we have this 1+1, so we're gonna open some shards, try to bring in a couple of good legendaries home. Usually, I never really get anything good. I'm always being optimistic about it and be like, you know what guys, that's gonna change in today's video. Probably you've heard me saying it like a gazillion times. And here I am, I'm still being optimistic after all this time. We're gonna build one of the champions that we're pulling, guys. I'm gonna show you how to use the champion, what's the best build, kind of like what to get, kind of like what to do with the champion, right? Because it's gonna be very, very important in case if any of you guys will manage to pull the same legendaries like I'm doing. I just hope they're gonna be something decent. Now, there are not many non-void legendaries that are really desired once you are in the end game. Yes, if I would get another Mighty Wukong, a Duchess, a Kymar, a Rotos, would be amazing, a Harima, a Candraphone, champions like this, Valkyrie, like we cannot complain about getting them, you know, but there are not that many left. Maybe I missed a couple of them. Honestly, it does make a difference. So hopefully we're gonna manage to bring one of them home, because recently I haven't been too lucky with the pulls. Before we move over to do all that, guys, I just want to let you know, if you enjoy the music you hear in the video, I partnered up with Soundstripe. They have an amazing music library. So if you're a content creator, a music enthusiast, just looking for some new music to jam on while you're at the gym, going for a run or cycle, or you're at home, the link is in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Plus, I can save you 20% on checkout by using code Skratch. Mercy Tracker, what is that, Skratch? How are you tracking your Mercy? RSL Helper, guys, this is a tool designed by Farbstuff, another content creator, a German content creator, awesome dude, and the RSL Helper is just amazing all around. Like, it's a game changing for whoever plays on the PC, because it helps you quite a bit, and it helps you to keep track of all the shards that you've been opened. Now, if you are playing on the PC, you need to keep this application open while you're doing your shard pulls, and it's gonna track them automatically. If by any chance you are not able to pull them on the PC and you're pulling them on mobile, you can always go over and edit them. So even if you open on mobile 50-60 shards today, and you know in 2 days you're gonna get at the PC, when you get at the PC you can actually manually just enter here the amount that you need, and it's gonna show you exactly how many shards you opened and how close you are to the Mercy. So we are currently at 156 Ancients. If you guys want to download the RSL Helper or stuff like this, we have it on our website, aftershockunited.gg. So you're going to find the link that's going to direct you to the download page. So feel free to check it out if you are interested. I'm going to leave it in the pinned comment, just if any of you guys want to get the app, because it's awesome. As usual, we're going to head over to chat 888. And of course, we're going to be like a YOLO baby Duchess. That's what we want to see. YOLO baby Duchess. I'll take a baby Duchess. Who doesn't want to take a baby Duchess? And at the moment I have 42 shards. Not enough to hit the 200 Mercy. But if needed, we're going to purchase some more with gems. Because, yeah, it's no point to jump on it early on, you know? You want to make sure you are preserving your gems, because they're not really selling many good energy packs, you know? So here we are. We started with 2 rares. We're going to move over to 10 pops. And how I mentioned, we're going to build one of the champions that we're pulling. Let's see, what do we have? A bunch of rare champions. So we got a 3-feller twice. Kind of like almost back-to-back. Kale coming in between, of course. It's no 2x. We're not going to get a lot of epics. But if you are near the Mercy, this is the time when you want to pull. It's literally no point to break your Mercy during a 2x event. Honestly, it's no point. Either you wait for a 10x, which again, the chances are super low. Either you way to snipe an event like this and cash in on 2 legendaries instead. Sometimes during 2x you get extremely lucky and you're gonna pull in 100 shards, 3-4 legendaries, you know. Other times you're gonna open 200 shards and still no legendary, and that's when you really wanna save it, you know. You don't wanna drop it in. And seems like I do have to spend some gems. Right now we are at 198, so at 200 the mercy kicks in, and then it's kind of like pretty easy to get a legendary. It's just hard to get to the 200 mark, right? Because shards are not cheap, man. Shards are not cheap. But here we go, we're gonna open one more, so that puts us at 199. And I would expect to get a legendary in this 10 pop. If no, I might have to purchase another 10 pop, which is gonna put me at exactly 220. Let's see. Come on, something good, baby. Bring in something good. Something good. What do we have? Setalia, and we got a Tranda Guild Mallet. Actually, this is not bad. You see, being optimistic is actually helping you. Yes, I'm not using Tranda at the moment, but you know what? I actually have her on my team on the Hydra draft, guys. So if you haven't managed to check that out just yet on Deadwood Jedi's channel, definitely keep an eye on it. I'm gonna have a competition against other content creators. It's gonna be tons of fun. So it's basically a Hydra draft, and I'm pretty optimistic there as well. I pulled a very strong team. I managed to just go around and pick some of the top champions. I'm not even sure how that happened, but Tranda is one of my DPS champions in Hydra. So definitely I'm expecting to see some crazy things out of them. I'm gonna show you how to build both of the champions, actually. You know what? Because I like Setalia, I like Tranda, and yes, I feel like they both kind of like deserve a bit of a spotlight. So let's quickly find Tranda. At the moment, the Tranda that I have is on immunity. See, I have her at +1. I have another copy. I could make her a +2, but with the one that I just pulled, I'm definitely gonna head over to the Empower champions, and I'm gonna make her a +2, right? Because why not? If I'm gonna pull another one in the future, I'm gonna take her to +4 and kill the other one. The only thing is that I do have her in my faction guardians, you know, and that's gonna mess up my mojo. But here we are. We made our Tranda +2, and I think I am able, if I'm not mistaken, to make Setalia to +2 as well, or it might be just a +1, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, +2. We're definitely gonna do that. Setalia, she's an awesome champion. Before we had the AI and the presets in the game, she used to be one of the top champions for my arena team, just because she has an amazing AI, and Madame series was always doing the wrong thing. So having a good Setalia is actually important too. So +2 champions. Let's start with Setalia. At the moment, I have her built on a stone skin and a perception. Now you can build her on immunity if you want. You can build her on full perception sets, on full accuracy sets, mixed perception with speed, mixed perception with accuracy. Let's just quickly go at the stone skin and just pinch in a new weapon on her. So we got a lot of accuracy from that one. So basically Setalia has a chance to land HP burn with the A1. Nothing too crazy because he's on a single target. With the A2, on a 2-turn cooldown fully booked, removes all debuffs from a target ally, then places a block debuffs buff for 2 turns and heals that ally by 75% of their max HP. Heals all other allies by 20% of their max HP and fills their turn meter by 15% if the target is fully healed by this skill. Now, I've always seen Setalia kind of like a mixture in between Madame series, in between Lysandra. With the A3, Aggress, on a 3-turn cooldown fully booked, 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies. Then decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 10% and fills the turn meter of all allies by 10%. Decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 20% and fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% if 5 or more buffs were removed. This is a very powerful skill, and before, I mentioned before the preset, I used to have a fast Setalia on immunity. She used to go straight after my Arbiter, strip all the buffs from the enemies, drop their turn meter, increase my turn meter, allowing my nuker to come in and smack And of course, a CC champion before the nuker maybe, just to drop a lot of damage. Resistance aura for all battles, but only for magic champions, which I'm not a fan of this sort of auras. The base stats are pretty good, decent speed. You can use her for arena, even now she's gonna be a pretty strong champion. Great for a PvE to carry your team through dungeons if you need healing, because it's on a 2-turn cooldown. The clans remove buffs, the thermometer manipulation is actually a pretty solid champion. So how I mentioned, you can build her either in a perception, you can build her in accuracy sets, speed mixed with that, you can build her on immunity, untouchable, stone skin. If you're really using her mainly for PvE, a relentless set can work on her amazing, because imagine how fast she's going to rotate the skills. The more turns she's taking, the more work she's gonna do. So I do think that Cetalia is absolutely top notch in terms of masteries. Because this is more of an arena build, I have Eagle Eye as tier 6 to gain more accuracy. Now keep in mind, when you are stripping buffs, you have a chance to get polymorphed. That's the reason why I'm not using her in the high-end arena. But if you are doing tag team arena, you're kind of like fighting in the lower tiers of arena where Krakens are not really dominating the game mode, and you don't have that many high blessings around, she can actually do an amazing job. Talking about Tranda, where is Tranda hiding? So Tranda Guild Mallet, still very powerful champion. She deals crazy damage. With the A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, a chance to stun. The A2 is a very nasty skill that can deal insane damage on the Hydra, for example. We're gonna see that in action. The world record for the fastest 1-key Nightmare team is actually 18 seconds to 1-key Nightmare Hydra with Tranda, guys. It's just crazy. And then, of course, you have Forge Rhythm, attacks all enemies. 70% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Places a HP burn debuff for 2 turns on enemies under stun debuffs. Places an extra hit on enemies not under a stun debuff. You don't want to have accuracy for arena, but if you are using her for a PvE, you might want to use her for progression on a Spider Dungeon, just to have the HP burn, the stun. Some of you guys are still progressing through that. You might get lucky enough to pull this champion early on. Give her some accuracy. She's gonna do an amazing job at landing the HP burn and doing all the work in there. She destroys waves. The only problem for dungeon waves is that they have very low resistance. So even if you are building her with no accuracy, if you have a max Great Hall on accuracy or stuff like this, that will actually stun most of the waves, you know. In terms of passive, this champion's resistance increases by 10 for each stun debuff this champion places on enemies, stacks across each round in a battle up to 100. The speed increases by 5 for each enemy currently under HP burn, only counts active HP burns, and stacks up to 15. Magic aura, magic attack aura in all battles, 36%. And in terms of blessings, for PvP, I think Soul Rip is the way to go on her. Not many other things are really helping her. Or of course, you can go and get for PvE, if you have a higher awakening, you can get, what is it? Crushing Rend is gonna bring in so much damage to ignore all this defense, because it's based on levels. So this is gonna be absolutely game changing. But that was pretty much everything about the champions, guys. I haven't mentioned blessing for Cetalia because I don't have one available, but in terms of blessings, I really think that one of the best will be Temporal Chains. You are getting the accuracy, you're getting some decent stats. That's mainly for PvP. If you want something to work in PvP and PvE, Brimstone. That will give you some extra accuracy. You want to get the accuracy basically and the speed, you know. But guys, that was everything for today's video. Hopefully you had some decent luck. You got some nice champions. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.